So welcome back. This is episode 2 of my foundation series, the best foundations for mature skin. Today we are testing the Burst. This is the Multi-Serum Skin Tint with an SPF of 40 in it. This series is all about foundation, skin tints, and complexion products that work well on mature skin. What looks natural, what doesn't settle into fine lines, what lasts throughout the day, and what's really worth your money. And today's foundation is very lightweight and more like skin-like foundation. This Multi-Serum Tint SPF 40 is roughly around anywhere between $20 and $22, depending on where you're shopping. It's marketed as lightweight, hydrating, buildable, skincare infused with an SPF of 40. So it's really like a hybrid. You have skincare in here, you have SPF in here, and then you have the tint on top of it. Primer, I'm gonna go in there with the Milk Hydro Primer. This is a gripping primer, and it also is very hydrating. Just for some context, I am 65 years old and I have very dry, mature skin, and it has a tendency to be very sensitive. So this primer underneath is going to give it the extra level of hydration and also a little bit more grip so it doesn't wear off. I also like this combination because this primer actually seeps into the skin and it doesn't feel heavy on the skin. And it's going to keep everything looking fresh and hydrated throughout the day. And I can tell you with mature skin, hydration is key to any foundation looking good on your skin. So no matter if you're using a skin tint with a serum in it or whether you're using something that has a little bit more grip to it and it's a little bit heavier, you're going to want to make sure that you have a lot of moisturizer and hydration on your skin. This particular skin tint comes in 14 different shades. I'm going to be using 5N. And the way that I'm going to be applying it is with a brush. I don't know, I find like when I'm using a skin tint, I find the best way for me to apply it is either with a brush or a sponge. So let's go in with the Milk Makeup first. I'm going to go in and I'm just going to put this where I need it, okay? Which is typically where it starts to wear off for me is around my nose. And in here, you can see where I have rosacea, so it gets a little redder in there. And I just walked in from outside and it's kind of hot out there today, so my skin reacts very quickly. I'm gonna put some there. I do get a little dry in the center of my forehead here. I do use a tretinoin and I just upped it so my skin has a tendency to be a little drier, or it's flaking I should say. I'm gonna rub the rest in and I'm gonna press that in. But I'm not gonna go around the entire face with it. I'm just gonna put it where it's needed. So I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna take like a half a pump's worth there. Take this 109 brush from BK Beauty and I am going to immerse my brush in there. Come a little closer so you can see how it goes on. So you can see how it just evens out my skin, but it does not look heavy at all. So because it's sheer, you're still going to see, you're going to see some freckles, you're going to see some different imperfections on your skin, but it's going to look healthy. It's going to look normal. It's not going to look like you were trying to cover up anything, which is what I really like about it. And anything that has skincare in it for me in a foundation, then I just feel like I'm doing better things for my skin. Okay, I'm going to go around my nose area. I don't go around my mouth too much because things have a tendency to collect there. I have fine lines, I have vertical lines on my lips, so if I were to go in there and put something there, it would definitely start to settle in those areas throughout the day and just draw attention to that. So that's pretty much all I do is I put on like a half a pump, I bring it going upwards and pulling it out. But can you see how skin-like that looks? And that's just a half a pump throughout the entire face. So my skin looks healthier and even. It's not like I'm wearing foundation, and that's one thing that I absolutely love about this tint. It's very fresh, natural, and glowy without looking greasy or overdone. I think it's really good for somebody who has dry skin, somebody who has normal skin, mature skin that does not like makeup, somebody who wants very light coverage and is more about skincare than they are makeup. Women who prefer a no makeup look, this is like a great fit. This is really a good fit for somebody who hates the way a heavier foundation lays on the skin and just has a tendency to make you look heavier and older looking. So this would not be a good fit for somebody who has oily skin, somebody who likes more coverage, so like an event or a long day ahead of you where you have maybe a wedding or an event to go to. This would not be a good fit. Somebody who has significant discoloration and needs a little bit more coverage. People who dislike glow or anything that has dewiness to it. And there's a lot of people out there that don't like that. if you have a lot of texture on your skin, you might want to skip using a primer on your skin prior, because this will, the mineral sunscreen in here will has a tendency to be drying and might cling to that texture. So overall, I think this is a beautiful everyday SPF skin tint that works beautifully on mature dry skin, and it still allows the skin to look like skin. And let me know in the comments below, have you tried this before? And if not, what is your favorite skin tint if you have a tendency to wear one? So I just finished up. I put a little bit of blush on. I'm going to go in and I'm going to use a setting spray, and I'm going to use this one here. This is from Makeup Revolution London, and it's a hydrating hyaluronic setting spray. And I should add that I had done my skincare earlier today, and then I went in and used my SPF too. So I have a few layers of skincare on underneath this. But anyway, I'm going to pop back in a few hours. We're going to see how this held up throughout the day. So I'm back for my check-in. It's been several hours since I applied the first. This is the Multi-Serum Skin Tint with the SPF 40. And I use the primer. I use the Milk Makeup Primer. This is the Hydro Grip Primer. And it's held up pretty well. I'll bring you in a little bit closer so you can see. I know that it's dark over here now, so the lighting is a little bit different, but you can see that overall, when I'm looking at myself, I feel like my skin still looks healthy looking. I don't look tired. I don't feel like it's too cakey. It definitely has sheared out a little bit around my nose area and my cheeks. I am always constantly touching my face, and you know, I blow my nose throughout the day, so I have to take those things into consideration. But when I'm looking at it, I really feel like my skin still looks healthy, it looks glowy, and I don't look tired. So, and that is always my goal with makeup. So anyway, I hope you gained some value from this video. If you did, please consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. All right, everyone, bye-bye.